Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be working on foot mobility drills. We're going to do 5 different things that can help your feet to reconnect with the ground, help your brain to reconnect with your feet. So let's get started on those things. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down in our handy dandy chair, which I do recommend that you have. We're going to start from the seated position, and that way as we go along you can work your way up. If you're doing this on a carpet or a textured flooring, go ahead and give your feet a little rub on there to kind of stimulate the blood flow and make sure everything is, sparking, firing, doing what they need to do. What we're going to do is we're going to, from the seated position, we're going to try to lift our big toes. So you need to draw your feet underneath your knees. Usually we have our heels under our knees, but we're going to get our feet under there a little bit more so that you can press your 4 toes into the floor and try to lift up your big toe. So you're going to try to lift and down, lift and down, lift and down. If you're not able to do the lift and down, then take your feet out a little bit more, and you'll do this 1 toe at a time. You'll just lean over and you're going to assist. You're going to lift and down, lift and down, and make sure you're pressing into the floor with these 4 other toes. Lift and down, and let's do it on the other side. Lift and down, lift and down, lift and down. So let's do that for 8 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, assist if you need to, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, go ahead and pick your toes up and wiggle them a little bit. Let's do that again, shall we? Big toes only this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, go ahead and pick your foot up. Give it a little wiggle to kind of loosen any tension. You probably felt some muscle movement up in the back of your ankle, which is a good thing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep the big toe down and lift the other 4 toes. Again, you want to pull your feet back a little bit so that you can drive your big toe into the ground and lift your outside set of toes, the other 4 toes. And again, if you're not able to do this right away, you simply lean forward and you give them an assist. Driving your big toe into the ground, you'll try to lift the other 4. Doesn't have to be very high, just off the floor. And you just give it the assist. 1, 2, 3. And let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and sit up. We're going to go through 3 rounds of 8. If you need to assist your toes, assist 4 on one side or 4 on the other, or do 8 and 8, and then you can stop the video and do more as you need to. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and give your foot a little swirly swirl here. All right, now we're going to lift all 5. Again, you're simply going to lift your toes up. Toe box stays on the floor, heel stays on the floor. You're just going to lift, lift. And if you need to do the assist, go ahead and lean forward and assist your toes up. We're going to do 3 rounds of 8. Do the assist as you need. Stop the video if you need to do extra. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a nice little breath for me. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to do our toes closed. So what I want you to do is just go ahead and take your foot to normal position, heels under knees. All you're going to do, just like your fingers here, you're going to squeeze your fingers closed. You're going to squeeze your toes closed. Do not curl your toes, just squeeze them closed and then relax. So squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. And we'll do both feet at the same time. Now, you can try to do an assist on this one, but I'm pretty sure most of you will be able to do some sort of pressure in your toes. And we will do 3 rounds of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, just squeeze them. 4, and relax. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, you're not curling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Go ahead and pat your feet and lift your heels. This time what you're going to do is you're going to splay your toes. You're going to make them fan out as far apart as you can and then bring them back to the relaxed point. So if you need to have your hands sitting on top of your knees doing the same thing, if you have that brain to hand to foot connection, use that to help you get this done. I'm going to go ahead and have my hand do it as well, because a lot of times some people are very visual learners and they want to see everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And remember, you're just going to open your toes as big as you can and then bring them back to relaxed position. 3 rounds of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, I'm doing both feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got hung up in doing just one foot. And that's okay. If you find that, you just jump right back in. All right. So for those of you who need to stay in the seated position to practice this is something you can do every day to kind of jumpstart your feet a little bit, see if you can't get a little more motion going. If you're under the auspices of a doctor, please be careful that you're not contradicting anything that they're telling you to do. All right. Keeping that in mind, we're going to go to the standing version of this. If you need to remain seated, you can. If you want to stand up, go right ahead. Feel free to use a wall or your chair as balance, or keep your hands to yourself if that's what you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and move my chair out of the way. All right. Big toe. 4 on the floor, big toe up. We'll do 3 rounds of 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's different. 4 when you're standing up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're standing, you feel your weight apportionment different in your body. Instead of you sitting down and having to force your foot to react one way, when you're standing, the entire weight of your body allows for that pressure. So now we're going to do the lifting of the 4 toes and the big toe stays down. 3 rounds of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and give your ankles and your lower feet, your lower legs, a little bit of a twisties twist here. All right, we're doing 5 up this time. So you're just going to lift your toes and put them back down. 3 rounds of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little shake off here and a little shake off there. All right, this time we're going to do squeeze your toes and relax. We'll roll right through our 3 sets of 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember not to curl your toes. It's just to squeeze them side by side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do the best you can. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Little movement here and a little movement there. And then, of course, this time you're going to splay your fingers. I'm simply going to turn just a little bit so that I can splay and splay at the same time. Again, a lot of people have that brain, hand, foot connection when it comes to making their toes go wide. I hear you. I'm with you. I tend to do that, and that's okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I bet that you are feeling it all in here. You're probably thinking, my feet are really tired and sore at this point. And if they are, you go ahead and pause this video and you can come back to it later, because we're going to do one more set, and it's 3 of the 5 things that we were just doing. And we're going to walk while we do them. So I'm going to scoot back in my vision range here for you. I'm going to lift up my big toes. All right. And I'm going to hold them up, and I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm just going to walk forward and back. I'm going to do it one more time after this, holding my big toe up, my big toes, more than one per foot. Okay, there we go. All right, this time I'm going to hold my 4 toes up. That's a little tricky. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count. I'm just going to walk forward and we'll walk back. Walking, I'm pushing my big toe into the ground. One more time. Yes, it looks awkward. It looks just as awkward as it looks on camera. Feels that way too. All right, go ahead and do your ankles in and out a little bit, something to relieve the pressure. This time we're going to hold our toes up. So we're not walking on our heels, just lifting the toes off the floor. So you're walking on the ball of your foot and the heel of your foot, okay? You're walking in your toe box with the toes up. And you'll just do here and back again. So we're going to do it 3 times. How far you want to go is entirely up to you. You can always stop the video and do as many treks back and forth across your room as you want to do. But I know you're going to do as many as I do, and that's pretty much it. You can be overachievers if you want to. And you know what? We're going to do the other ones as well. So normally when we have our feet inside our shoes, our toes are kind of squeezed together. So I want you to just kind of gently squeeze them, not hyper squeeze them. Don't curl your toes up. Just squeeze your toes and try to walk with them squeezed. There's a lot of tension in your shins when you do this because you really want to curl. The idea here is to keep them straight. And you notice that you don't, because you can't press through, that your gait changes a little bit. It helps straighten it up just a little bit. Just keeping those toes nice and tight. That's what we're doing. All right. And our last one, go ahead and shake that out just a little bit. We're going to splay our toes and walk. So you are barefooted, which means I want you to make those toes go as wide as they can and feel everything. They can curl a little bit as you're stepping, okay? Of course, with my toes splayed, that also makes me want to walk with my feet wider apart, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to walk with my toes just like this. I'm going to hold my hands because I've got that brain, hand, toe thing. And it's just a physical and visible reminder to myself that yeah, that's what I'm doing with my toes. It's okay. And we're gonna do one more. Got those toes just as wide as they're gonna go. And back again. Like the Hobbit, there and back again. I'm gonna relax my hands. And I'm gonna come back to my chair. Hold it right into position. And before we end, we're gonna take care of our toes just a little bit. So if you're in the seated position and you cannot lift your feet, just go ahead and reach down as best you can. And just kind of give your little toes a little wiggle wiggle. Tell them thank you for doing such a good job. They're a very good supporting cast, you know. Manual flexion and extension and rotation. Now, that's if you can't lift your feet up. Okay, do what you can down there. If you can go ahead and lift your feet up, go ahead and bring this up here and just grip the top of your toes tightly. Basically line one finger up and your thumb here and just kind of go back and forth and do sort of a little of a round movement right there. Relax them up real good. There you go. And then as you get into it, you can kind of flex it a little more, give your foot some love. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do the other one. Remember, you want to gently set your foot down. Don't ever drop your foot. Then you can break an ankle that way. Let's not do that. Line your fingers up, toes and fingers matching, and start by doing the gentle back and forth. And then you can turn that into a little bit of a circular motion. And then you can make it bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, let's go ahead and set that down. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you had fun and take care of those feet.